Wow. Wow. Big up. Let me just turn this down a little bit. This is Solo P1. Welcome to the final whistle. The final whistle. Is this the final whistle for certain people? That's what we're going to talk about today. This is the final whistle. Liverpool humiliated at the Etihad. It's very simple, really. Very simple. Man City dominated Liverpool, and that's it. Nothing more to say. There's no way around it. There's no way around this situation that we're in. Liverpool were getting overrun in midfield. Overrun. Nico Riley, yes, Nico Riley for Man City, had Mohamed Salah on toast all night, all evening. Mohamed Salah refuses to drop back. We all know this. McAllister, who are rated very highly at Liverpool, McAllister has all of a sudden forgotten how to run. Forgotten how to run. Mac 10, as I call him, has gone back to default settings. Champions League, we saw a glimpse of McAllister. Absolutely amazing. Thought he was back to his best, and all of a sudden, boom, it's over. Virgil van Dijk. See, people are always quick to criticize Konate. And we'll get onto him later on when we analyze the game. Virgil van Dijk had a stinker. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what kind of defending that was. That was like Sunday League defending. If you mans have played football, you know what I'm talking about. That was Sunday League defending. And the thing about it with Virgil van Dijk, he's kind of gone under the radar because how bad Konate has been. But we need to criticize Virgil van Dijk because the last time I checked, it's not called Virgil van Dijk FC. So every player at that football club, every player will get criticized, will get fairly, I would say, fairly criticized. Fairly. Virgil van Dijk, for me, he hasn't been the player since last season. This season, he's been off. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if he's slowing or if he's declining. I don't know. I'm not going to go that far. But for some reason, he cares more about his hair gel in his hair. Perfect hair. He cares more about the hair gel that he puts in his hair in the morning, putting his aftershave on and looking good for the cameras. But he's forgetting about his football. That's the most important thing, being the best centre-back in the world at the moment. Liverpool have had 15 losses in 12 months. 15 losses. 8 losses this season. And 5, no, I think it's 8 losses this season in all comps. So this season, if you want to just add this season, we've had 5 Premier League losses. Liverpool are 10 points minus 10 since last season. So last season, this time last season, Liverpool were 10 points extra. We had 10 points more than we got now. So we are rapidly declining. Now, people want to blame the manager. That's the easy way out, really. Blaming the manager. Think about it. If anything goes wrong, we blame the manager. If Virgil can't stop the ball on the football pitch from going in the back of the net, we blame the manager. Kanate going over to Conor Bradley where he didn't need to, messed that ball up and that cost us a goal, we got to blame the manager. The manager doesn't come on the football pitch and play the game. Now, I'm not saying Slot is not partly to blame. Of course. Of course. He sets the team up. He does all that. I get it. You have to blame Slot as well. I get it. You know, there's so many people out there that hated Slot from the beginning, and now it's like Christmas to them. I told you. But at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. If people want to say they're Slot out, go for it. I haven't got a problem with it. That is your opinion. And I respect your opinion. But you have to respect mine as well. It is what it is. It's called being an adult. It's about having a conversation, being an adult and having a proper debate. You get me? Having a debate. It's easy for people to come out and say Slot out. It's very easy for someone to come out and say it. Now, I'm not just saying that I'm Slot out or Slot in. At the end of the day, I'm Liverpool. This is my football club. I want Arne Slot to turn it around. But at the moment, I'm not seeing no evidence of that. No evidence. Could he turn it around after the summer break? I mean, after the international break? Of course he can. We got some easy run of games coming up, you know. We got Nottingham Forest, got a couple of easy games coming up. Liverpool, our next 7 games are all winnable. They are all winnable. It's very simple. And then you can look at Arsenal's games. They've got a North London derby. They've got a couple of hard games coming up. So have Man City. So Liverpool have kind of gone through their hard run at the moment. So when we come back after international break, I want to see where we are. I want to see where we are. Because it's easy for people to come out and say, Slot out. Because let's face it, half of the fan base didn't even want him in the first place. Before Liverpool even kicked a ball, they did not want Arne Slot in this football club in the first place. So now they're having a party, you get me? They're going, I told you. You know what I mean? That's what the people are saying. That's what the fans are saying. See, me, I am a Liverpool fan before anything, any player. I don't care who you are. When Steven Gerrard played for us, Liverpool first. Mo Salah, I don't care if you score 1,000 goals for Liverpool. If you stink up in one season, get out my club. Very simple. Virgil van Dijk, the best centre-back in the past 30 years in English football. If you're not playing good and you're not doing your job, the door's over there, pal. Door's over there. I don't care who you are. Don't care what player you are. Don't care how many goals you score. I don't care how much you're loved by the fans. That don't mean nah to me. Because I support Liverpool Football Club. This is why a couple of weeks ago, I tracked all the way up from London, all the way to Anfield to go and watch them in the Carabao Cup, which we got beat, by the way. Because we put out kids. Just like I went there a few weeks before that one to go and watch them. I watch them not just in the summer when it's nice and warm. I'll go there when it's cold as well. Because you know why? Because I support Liverpool Football Club. Now, people are going to say, oh, how can you be a true fan? You're not from Liverpool. You don't live down Liverpool. You live in London. So? I don't care if I lived in Australia. I'd still come and watch my football club. I've been watching this football club since I was a little nana. And I don't care if you're a Scouse. I don't care if you're from Ireland. I don't care if you're from America. Nobody's telling me that I'm not a true Liverpool fan. I actually find it hilarious if someone comes online, especially the geeks online. You know, you get me, the geeks, the keyboard warriors, the ones what sit at the mum's basement, they sit in the mum's basement all night, no job, don't wash the underneath. They sit there in their dirty, sweaty sofa with the semen stains in it, eating cheesy puffs with all stains all over the microphone, watching questionable websites. I'm talking to them as well. No one's going to tell me that I'm not a Liverpool fan. I actually saw a few YouTubers that went to Liverpool a couple of days ago, like last week. I saw Mr. Jamie Phillips there. I saw him outside out of a chip shop, eating some chips. I said hello to Jamie Phillips, just briefly. Liverpool is my second home. I love the football club. I love the culture. I love the history. If you want to go and watch a good documentary, I recommend you go onto Netflix, no, Amazon, and go and watch the Kenny Dalglish. Go and watch the Kenny Dalglish documentary. If you like the Senate documentary, if you like all them ones, the good documentaries, go and watch Kenny Dalglish's documentary. Go and watch that. Then come back to me later on tomorrow if I'm streaming and tell me what you think of Liverpool Football Club. I love this football club. I love the Liverpool people as well. You can walk down the Liverpool Anfield Road, walk into a shop, and they are so nice. You don't get that in London. Nah. You ain't getting that in London. Trust me. You go to Liverpool, the people are such nice people. It's not just a football club. I love the city. I love everything about Liverpool. I love Liverpool. My club. And I'm going to go back to the point I was making. I don't care if you're Mo Salah. I don't care if you're Virgil van Dijk. I don't care if you're Superman. I don't care if you're RoboCop. I don't care who you are. What it boils down to, you, if you're not playing good, the door's over there, bro. The door's over there. If you do not want to play for our football club, the door is there. The exit door is over there. Very simple. Now, let's get back to reality. All right? Got people watching. 9 people watching. Hit that like button. Big up to the man then. Big up to the woman then. Big up to Lottie. Guan Sola. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for joining us today on this lovely evening. We're going to cipher out the game. We're going to go through the game in an adult manner. We're not just going to go, slut out. No. Not going to do it that way. We're going to do it properly. Am I slut out? No. So I'm going to bring in my co-Q's, my partner in crime. He's the co-owner of Solo P1 Keep It Sports. His name is TOTO. Abba.
Big up, man. Big up.
Big up. Let's go. I got it out my system now. I'm good.
But yeah. I mean, what can I say about Liverpool? It's not really been looking good for us. I thought, look, I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm not going to lie to you. That we was looking very, very good these past 2 games when we beat Villa, an informed Villa, and we beat an informed Madrid as well. I was thinking to myself, is Liverpool back? I was starting to question it. Is Liverpool back? And especially after the Madrid game, we were so solid and changed something in these past 2 games. You went back to basics again, and we started winning games. Of course, I didn't like still the fact he started Salah, but again, you can't just blame it on all one player. It's a team game end of the day. But we look good, solid in defence. We had a solid midfield, a solid defence, a solid back 4, and we had everyone tracking back. The press is there, and no one was lazy.
Yeah,
everyone showed work.
How are you, bro? I want to know how you are. Before we start getting into the game, we start talking about it. We start talking about how these players were whatless yesterday, because a lot of them are going to get whatless for me. That's just the way it is. That's how I feel. What's your thoughts? How are you doing, bro? How are you doing after the calamity? What was yesterday? Yeah, a complete disaster from Liverpool yesterday. How are you feeling, bro, after that overall, just you as a person? Liverpool can wait, bro.
No, I'm feeling well. Of course, my day, not regarding the football, I think it's been pretty well. But yeah, most of all, it's just been, it's been all right. Really, for me. Just been looking after myself, really. Trying to keep out the football, because not all of the football, of course, you're always going to keep an eye on the football. But of course, the international break, and to be honest with you, I don't really care about the international break. Never really cared about it, really. So, yeah, we just got to hang in there.
Yeah, one said, I do think I do think I get what you're saying, but you have just won a league, and yes, both players are managers, but also there needs to be certain players, and I don't think you should think slat out. No, exactly. I'm not slat out.
No, we're not thinking slow at all.
I'm not slat out. I want him to fix it. Now there will be a point, depends what road we go down, but we're not there yet. You get me? I want Liverpool to get it done.
Although I think Slut is the man to take us.
I don't know, but we'll just see what happens. But what I'm saying, I ain't slat out.
Not
That's all
at the
I'm saying.
moment, Slut is the man to take us forward. But what I don't like is the stubbornness in press conferences, and he's giving the players a really, really bad name, and that as a whole, lowers the morality of players and how they feel about the manager. I think if you go out in a press conference and start coming out and saying, "Oh, we weren't good enough anyway to win this game," I'm not taking words out of Slot's mouth, but as what I'm hearing, thinking, look, the system didn't work against City because it's Man City, and we weren't good enough. You just spent so much money on players, right? On really, really good players, class players, potentially world-class players. You've got players who just won the league last season. You won us our 20th league with that team. Yes, it's Klopp's team, but I always go back and say, is that Slut coached it. Slut coached the team. He implemented this stuff, right? His system. He put the players out there, and it worked, right? It worked. Yeah, you're gonna get the say, other teams weren't up to scratch last season, but of course you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them ones. We dominated the league last season, right? And we played very, very well. The players linked up with each other. Especially this transfer window as well, falling onto this season. We spent so much money on players. We've spent on Vert, Isak, Frimpong, Kirkes, and he threw him straight in the fire. Of course, when you spend that money on players, you want to they're starting quality players like Frimpong and Kirkes. You put them straight in the lineup, right? But they're just simply not up to scratch. Okay, so you go back to basics. You start with Robbo and you start with Conor Bradley, who's been doing pretty well, right? And I think they're the most reliable option. Vert, for an example, he don't know where to put Vert. It's either on the left, it's either on the right wing, it's either in the 10. He just simply, I don't think he knows where to put Vert. It's either the free roamer in the middle, a free roamer on the left, because on the left you can be a free roamer, but it don't really matter, free roamer or what. He played on the left-hand side in the Champions League game, and it worked really, really well. At the end of the day, we all know Verts is not up to scratch in the Premier League. He's getting better every time. He's creating chances. Again, I don't want to go on this crash-out thing. Yeah. I don't want to go on this crash-out thing and say, oh, Verts is crap, we had a crap. No, we never had a crap game. It's not all about...
People are saying that. They've just got agendas, bro. Because half of them people that are saying that, yeah, actually the majority of them are saying it. They wanted Verts at their club. Yeah, because we got them. It's just simple, uneducated banter. That's all it is. Pie chips, fish chips.
I think with Florian Verts, he can drive the ball really well. You can say they're a bit unconfident in tight pockets of space, but again, that's a physicality of the Premier League. He will get better at that. He will really get better at that. But I think he creates a lot of chances for us. But again, you're going to get the immature act, the reactionary act. Vert never created nothing.
Now listen, bro. Nothing. If people, this is where I'm a bit different. If people want to crash out, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Look, if they're Liverpool fans and they love this club and they want to crash out, that's up to them, bro. I'm not here to tell anybody how to think.
Yeah, true.
How to feel. No, I know how I feel, and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. But am I honest like out? No. He says, think is it Waniak? I like you got your emojis next to your name. I hope you're enjoying the membership, bro. Toto put some exclusive videos up on the. Oh, you tell him, bro. You tell him.
Oh yeah. Of course you're already a member. I think you legendary status. You're actually one of our top members, Rick. I think I'm the top member. But But yeah, so you get access to all. Of course, you get access to member shout outs as well. You get access to our membership posts, which we'll be putting up as well, and our membership videos as well. And when we get more and more members, we start doing members only live streams. So if you're interested into that, feel free to join him.
Yeah, but so he's put some exclusive videos up there. There's TOTO Hammer put a couple of membership videos up on the channel now. So if you're a membership, big up to one I know you are, consider the emoji next to your name. If you are a membership, you can get access to exclusive videos, which are very, very good. TOTO Hammer goes into detail analysis on the channel, and it's exclusive videos. And we've got some more vlogs coming. TOTO still has to put his vlog when we played Crystal Palace, a live vlog from Anfield Live from the actual stadium. We're putting that on the channel as well, but that'll only be for the members only. So if you like that stuff, to join the members, prices there: rookie $1.99, promise $2.99, the legendary $3.99, whatever you want to pick. But if you get the rookie, I think you get the standing emojis. TOTO, you get the moving ones, and free, you get the passes.
And you get the members only videos as well.
Yeah, you get the members only video as well. So there you go. So enough of that plugging, being shameless plugging. So listen, at the end of the day, we're here to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool had a horrendous game yesterday. We got outmatched, outgunned from the beginning. I think we're going to talk about the referee in a minute, but even though the referee's decision, it still wouldn't have changed the game. At the end of the day, we got beat convincingly. Now, in my opinion, what we need to start talking about is Mohamed Salah. We need to have a conversation about Mohamed Salah. Like I said at the beginning of the video, any player, will be criticized on this channel. I don't care who they are. So it's time to criticize Mohamed Salah. We need to have a conversation about Mohamed Salah. I watched this show yesterday. I think Stephen Nicol was on there, Liverpool legend, and he was talking about that Liverpool should bench Salah because that might wake him up a little bit, because if Salah thinks he's going to start every game, he's just going to continue to do the same thing and really cost us. He's costing us a lot on that right-hand side. All Salah does really, all he's done this season is he runs with the ball, does a little dribble, then gets tackled. It happens every single game, and we need to start having a conversation about it. Now, at the beginning of this season, I was on this channel, me and TOTO was discussing the same thing. We were saying we need to get someone to go alongside Salah. People were saying Chiesa, but he's not going to play Chiesa. I love Chiesa. I'm one of the biggest fans of Chiesa, but he does not like Chiesa. For some reason, he does not like Chiesa. So what we needed to do was buy a right winger to go alongside Mohamed Salah. And we never done it. And now we're seeing the problems now, because when Mohamed Salah is literally doing nothing for our club. He's actually doing nothing. He's not creating goals. He's doing half passes. He's doing stupid passes, doing little dribbles, and he's always getting dribbled. His pace, you can see that his pace is not there. It was. He's 33 years of age. Name me a right winger who's 33 in the Premier League. In top flight football, name me a right winger around Europe. A right winger who's over 33. There's not many about. You know why? Because when you're 33, you shouldn't really be a winger. You shouldn't be a winger. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. They were all originally wingers. And then when they got older, what happened? They went central. Because that's what you do. You don't get 33-year-old wingers. Now, for me, Salah is costing us on that right-hand side. Now, I don't get this because we've got Cody Gakpo, yeah? I know we can play on the left, but I think Cody Gakpo could do a job on the right as well, you get me? So you got Cody Gakpo, you can put him on the right. You got Chiesa, which he's never going to play. He could play on the right-hand side. I just don't get it why Slut is not utilising that right-hand side a bit more. Not just, it's like Salah is got in his contract that he has to start every single game. Do you know when Liverpool played the best this season? Guess. When Salah wasn't playing, when we played in the Champions League. You remember? Against the Germans. Remember in the game?
Yeah.
When we had Isak and Ekitike playing together and there was no Salah on the right-hand side. Liverpool looked the best then, by the way. Liverpool, that was the best game we ever had. And Salah wasn't playing. But what did Slut do in the game after? Went back to the old system. Salah back on the right. And what happened? We got beat. No, actually we won, but we didn't play that good. So I don't get it why he always has to play Salah. This what goes back to my point where we should have brought a right winger. What's your thoughts on it, Toto?
I think regarding winger positions and that,
He needs to be dropped.
he needs to start
He
putting
needs
his
to be
foot
dropped.
down. I think Wirtz needs to be dropped. I
I
know.
don't know about that.
Look, I know the whole juice of it. You want to play Wirtz on the left, but from Arne Slot point of view, you don't know where to put Wirtz, and he needs to figure that out. He does need to figure that out. But as far as I know,
Big up, bro.
well, as far as what Slot is putting on a team sheet, you don't know where to put him. He's either benches him some games, he puts him on the left at some games, put him in the middle. You need to play a player in a fixed position and stick to it. You should have done that at the start of the season. If you were going to make it work, if you wanted his new team, you didn't have to revert back to basics and go to the original team. You didn't have to. You could have played the same team from the start of the season and let everyone gel together and let everyone settle. But then he panicked and went back to basics. It worked, and then he went back to then he started, and then he made. I don't want to say overconfident because I'm probably chatting crap, right? But we only won 2 games. We had City, who was our big test, right? And we got outclassed. We didn't have a clue what to do, right? And there's more signs of that. These last 2 games, when we're down goals, he brings on Gomez. When we need a goal. And it's not like he puts Gomez in the front line. Not like he puts him in striker or anything like that. Because usually some teams, they'll whack the centre-backs up front and then they try to get more height for a set piece and try to get a goal, yeah? He puts on Gomez in my 60th, 70th minute. I probably forgot the minute, but who cares, yeah? He puts Gomez on in the 60th, 70th minute, right?
Yeah, so basically takes over attack and brings on the defender. He's
Yeah.
done that before, by the way.
We need a goal, and he puts on a defensive-minded player when you got Chiesa and Isak on the bench.
Exactly.
I don't listen. Isak, if he weren't ready, right, he wouldn't be even on the bench. If he weren't ready to come on, right, he wouldn't even be there. He was ready to come on the pitch. He was ready to be there, and I don't want to have this crap. I don't want to use the excuse of, to be fair, he had no preseason, right? But it's been 10 games, right? And he still hasn't utilised Isak. And with that time, when Ekitike was in form, you start Ekitike. But then he bench Ekitike, or Ekitike was in form, then put in Isak, and then he decided, right, Isak never played well, we're going to revert back to Ekitike, and Ekitike was never as good than he was on form. He still scored goals, but when he was on form, he was doing absolutely amazing. But he needs to find a way to play him. Decision. He needs to find a way to play them both, because at the moment, Ekitike, you can see he's getting isolated in games. He needs a second man to help him.
Yeah,
I think that's down to players, and I think that's down to the slot system of way the players. I think the way the players move is down to what Slot wants them to do.
Yeah, it's system. I think it's a system issue.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as a whole, there's not enough movement in midfield, not at all. There's only one person to pick up the ball from the midfield. I don't want to go into detail on that, but there's only one person in the midfield to come short for support to collect the ball. There's only 1 or 2, and then you got at one point I saw a 2 at the back, and I was thinking to myself, hold on, Man City's playing high press, right? Most logic thing to do is bring your fullbacks back and flipping form a solid back line with 4 back or a 5 back or whatever you want to do, maybe a 4 back, right? And then try play combinations in between your 4 backs. But what you go and do, you send everyone forward before we even reach in the middle of the park and forcing it long and losing the long ball. Look, I'm not going to come out here and say, let's not do long ball. Long ball's good, but there's a time and place for that. When you're against a City, who's a high press, you don't want to play with 2 at the back or 3 at the back, because what City was doing, They were having 5 forward, just pressing and pressing with pressing, and we were constantly on the back foot. There was no support. There was no support from midfielders. Salah was jogging on defence. Szoboszlai was working his backside off.
Yeah, let's stick
right?
to the Salah thing. Yeah, that's what we're talking. We're talking about Salah, right? Now, I think, I'll say, I think he should be dropped.
Yeah.
I think Salah should be dropped. He's at this point. He's more like a liability. He's nowhere near the player he was last season. Do I think he's finished? No. He's just out of form. And if a player's out of form, why do you continue to play him? Why do you continue to play him? This is why we should have kept Harvey Elliott. Because Harvey Elliott could have came on and been on that right-hand side and done the job for a little bit, just until Salah his ego can get in check. Because sometimes, you have to drop a player for them to come good again. I remember when I was playing football back in the day, and I was going through a bad time on the football pitch, And I remember I weren't getting on with my manager. Me and him was always going back and forwards. I remember he said to me, "All right, look, you're not going to play next week," and I was vexed that I didn't play. And then he said to me, "You're going to miss next week as well." So you know what I did? I was angry. I was upset. Yeah. But you know what I did? I trained. I got a little bit better. My attitude got better. And when he gave me another chance back in the team, I played my best football. Yeah. And I always said to the manager, after when we left the team, I said to him, because you know what? The best thing you ever done for me is you dropped me out of the team. You dropped me out of the team and you made me a better player because it made me more hungry. Because I just thought every week I'd turn up and play football, innit? And then when you get to that comfortable position, you can lose a bit of your momentum as well, in football. But when he left me at the team, it made me more stronger and more determined to get back into the team. And when I got back into the team, I played my best football. My best football. And this is what the Salah situation is now. Now, I don't know what stranglehold Mohamed Salah's got over the manager or if it's in his contract or not, But Salah needs to be dropped. It's very simple. I don't care what he did last season. That was last season. We want this season now. And if you're not playing good yet, you need to get dropped. You got Federico Chiesa there on the bench, salivating at the bits. He's like some Rottweiler salivating there on the side. He gets player, He gets player of the month. Player of the month, and Slot still doesn't want to start him. You get me? He still don't want to start him. If you don't want to start him, put Gakpo on the right-hand side. Put Ekitike on the left. Ease that down the middle. Do it that way if that's the way you want to do it. But at the moment, Salah is not performing. It's very simple. He's not performing. And if you're not performing, you don't play. What are we doing here?
What? Look.
Hold on. What are we doing here? I don't understand what the club's doing. So Salah's the only player that, look, perfect example. Thingy didn't play good, he got dropped. Players play, and if they're not good enough to get dropped, then someone else comes in for them until they can get the form back. But for some reason, Salah, it was like when Klopp was there, innit? Remember when Klopp was there? He never got dropped. He played Salah every single game. Every single game he played. And what happened when Klopp dropped Salah that one game? What happened? Salah's ego grew twice as big, and he started arguing with Klopp on the side. Remember that? Because he dropped him. He needs to, in my opinion, Mohamed Salah needs to be dropped.
I think it's very, very simple to spot as well.
Yeah.
I think if you look at the way Salah plays now, you can just say that he's very, very lazy. He's very, very late. Salah at the moment is very, very lazy. At the way he plays, never tracks back in defence like he used to.
He knows he's always going to play.
He never tracks back in like he used to last season. The work rate's not there anymore. The defending's not there anymore. I remember when Trent there was last season when he would keep getting done over at right back, but Salah was always coming back. He was always coming back, defending, showing work rate. But at the moment now, we lose the ball and he's jogging. You know what? Credit to Robbo, man. Credit to Robbo and Bradley and Szoboszlai. Them 3 players, Robertson, Bradley and Szoboszlai, right? Absolutely 3 amazing players. Probably my 3 best players this season. I don't care what anybody says, right?
Yeah,
They've been our
Szoboszlai
3 best.
yeah.
Robbo, Szoboszlai and Bradley. Bradley, he gets beat for pace, just like he did with Mbappe. He got beat for pace. No, not Mbappe. Vinny Jr., he got beat for pace, right? He came back, slide tackled the ball, won the ball back. Same with Doku. Doku, he knows Doku's quicker than him. Of course, Doku's quicker than him. But Bradley used his brain, got his arm across him, run to get that ball back, and use his mentality. His mentality. So Szoboszlai coming back in defence all the time. Robbo, even if he gets outrun, Robbo's sprinting back.
Yeah.
He's always sprinting back and trying to get that ball back. 30-plus-year-old Robbo sprinting and getting that ball back, right? And you got Salah jogging. I'm sorry, it's just basic knowledge. You learn this in a 5-a-side, whatever. When you lose the ball, right? Everyone's behind the ball. Everyone's behind the ball. Even Ekatike was behind the ball at times. I remember, again, people are going to say, "Oh, look at Prime Salah." Yeah, Prime Salah trapped back, picked up the ball in midfield, and created lots of chances. He's not doing that now. He's not doing that. That's what we brought Salah for. Salah's not the Prime Salah now anymore. He don't pick up balls in midfield. He don't drive that ball forward. He don't create chances. He's losing everything, missing chances, losing all his one-on-ones. And he's not impacting play in any sort. You've got to start Chiesa, because when Chiesa's there, he shows work rate, he shows his tracking back, and he creates chances. How many times did Chiesa come on and created that tapping chance for Gakpo? Him and Gakpo work together when they come on. Man. Him and Gakpo work good together when they come on. But again, Slot's going to see that. Nah, still start Salah.
Yeah.
This is what I hate about the stubbornness. I'm not Slot out, yeah? I'm not Slot out because I know Slot can fix it. I know Slot can fix it. He's a very, very clever guy, yeah? That's why he's in a managerial role, right? I'm not going to come out here and slate the manager. Yeah, that's not me. Of course, you want to.
I will say what he done was wrong.
Criticize him, but don't go overboard. If you know what I mean. But again, I'm not going to tell people what they want to do.
That's how I want to do it.
I don't want to tell people what to do, because that's very frustrating, telling someone what to do as well. No one likes to get told what to do. Yeah, but overall, he needs to look at these situations and bench Salah, start Chiesa. Yeah. Chiesa and Gakpo work good. When Chiesa cuts inside as an inside forward, right, and when all Chiesa's in the middle pocket space, right, he always finds Gakpo. He's really, really good with feet, Chiesa. With Salah, he's very, very greedy. He's very, very greedy because he's hungry for a goal, but he's not getting that goal. There's times in City where he was in front of the goals. He never finished or try to square it off to a player. There is nothing there. There is no combinations in midfield. I said this on my short yesterday, and it's going to go online today as well. Another one, right, of me explaining it all. There's no flow of play anymore in the midfield. Players are standing there, and I refuse to believe it's the players. They've been playing football too long enough to know if you see a space in a pocket in midfield, you take that space, and if it's too occupied, again, you curve, you run into another, you go into another space. It's pass and move. That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is, and the players are not even doing that. You know what City was doing? They were doing simple pass, move, triangles. We were trying to press them. City, okay, we'll cycle the ball. We'll go one touch pass into a midfield. A first touch long ball over our midfield, and they were through on goal. They were just doing one touch passing and playing us off the park and playing the basics, right? We weren't doing any of that. We were playing 2 at the back when City was playing a high press, which I don't get.
All right, let's move on. We're going to stick to the topic. I know what you're saying. We're going to move on to. We're going to move on to Konate now. We'll move on to Konate, then we'll go Virgil, then we'll do the player ratings. Okay, we'll talk about it now. Konate. No, I'm a big defender of Konate, but look, we can't defend what he did yesterday. We can't defend what we did yesterday. Konate was horrendous, bro. I don't know what he was doing getting involved with that Bradley situation. Regarding Bradley, why did he get involved with the battle? When Doku was there, he got involved, and that basically caused that goal. Konate got involved with it. Bradley had it covered, didn't he? He had it covered, but he came over. I don't know why he came over. Ball ball got discombobulated, bounced around, and Doku got it and they scored. You know what I mean? That's what led to the goal. So Konate, look, with Konate, he's had on and off season. Some games he's played good, sometimes he's played bad. But yesterday was really, really bad, Konate. And yeah, what's your thoughts on Konate? And you know the thing about it as well, with Konate as well, he was mostly responsible, for that spot kick.
Look,
with Mohamed really, and then Mohamed really saved it. You remember? He was partly responsible for that as well.
Yeah, the back line as a whole weren't good, but we're about Konate now, innit? And
yeah,
these games, I think he's been a better. Look, I'm going to say this: Konate's been a decent defender this year. Of course, had his moments.
He's been on enough, though, isn't he?
He's been on enough, so we don't want to say, "Oh, but he had a good last game." And no, we're talking about this game. This game, he was bad.
Crap.
I think his decision making was bad, positioning was bad. I was thinking, right, Conor Bradley, he beat Doku for 1-on-1. As a defender, you'll know if your fullback gets beat to 1-on-1, you have to start to come over. Not too much. You don't want to overcommit. You want to start to come over and try to close that space down. Bradley beat him 1-on-1. He had his body in front of him. But what Konate did, he stepped in. Of course, we just talked about it. He stepped in and deflected, and that's just poor decision making. It's just basics of poor decision making. He needs to fix up Konate. He needs to have more consistency in these games. He's a good defender. He had great last 2 games. Great games when we're winning. But when we need to stop conceding goals and have a solid back line, Konate is a part of that back line. I'm sorry, you have to blame us at 2 centre backs as well. But if Konate, he needs to be more consistent. He's not consistent enough in these games for my liking. He's never been really the most consistent defender, but he's been always a good defender, and he's been more consistent than this. I think that's what most of the players are lacking is consistency in these games. And I think maybe that's a managerial issue. I tend to go 50-50 on that. I think 75% manager. I'm going on that, and the rest player. But it's just lack of consistency in my book for Konate.
Yeah, it is. It's getting regular now. He just does stupid moments. He has these stupid moments where he doesn't need to get involved. He should just keep it simple. And he just does. Sometimes he just that Bradley for yesterday. It was just an embarrassment. It was just an embarrassment just watching it over again. I watched it over again. So he just got involved. Bradley had it covered, man. He just had it covered, and he just getting involved in it was so stupid. There was no need for it. But look, let's move on to Virgil van Dijk. You can start with him with Virgil. Virgil was terrible yesterday.
He was out of a bad game.
Yeah, so go ahead.
He had a bad game. Deflection is entirely his fault. I don't know what it is. To be fair, it was a shot on target by the centre back, but the deflection is more why it went in. No, look, I'm not taking any credit from the centre back who shot Diaz. His name is Diaz at the back, right? I'm not taking no credit. It was a very, very good shot on target. He had no option, so why not just bout it and see what happens? Yeah. It was just a poor defensive mistake from Virgil. I don't know why he stuck his leg out. I think why didn't he just move out the way to avoid deflection? We all know when you see a powerful shot, defenders usually move out the way to avoid a deflection, right? But the way he was facing the ball, it was a very, very weird angle, and it came from the side of him. I think maybe if he was head on, and he was straight on the ball, maybe he could have got a better block. But the thing is, he tipped it on the side of him, and then it deflected. He went everywhere. Deflection, a goalkeeper, it's very, very hard for him to say deflection. It was a poor defensive mistake from Van Dijk. And there's a couple more mistakes Van Dijk did as well. Is that Robbo? Why did he come over to Robbo? And he never listened.
No.
He never listened to Robbo. End of the day, right?
I know, he moved over. Robbo told him to go back to that corner. Yeah, and he never, the right back position. I don't know why, anyway. And he came forward, and you can see the player, he had his hand up, waiting for the ball. He had a perfect, a pass into the middle. And what was Konate doing? Oh yeah, hold on. Where's Haaland? Oh yeah, there's Haaland. Oh, it's gone in. That was it. He actually seemed like, and Haaland just had it. He just jumped up, bang, and Kanate looked about 5 foot tall. By the way, he looked, you know, when that the way it played out and the way the ball went in and he got the header. Kanate looked about 5 foot tall.
I reckon when City has the ball on the edge of the box, right? We all know Virgil's. It's not his natural position being there, but you're Virgil van Dijk, man. You should be able to play anywhere across that back line. You're an experienced defender. You should be able to play there for about a minute when City's got the ball on the outside edge of the box. City was just simply playing what they saw. They were playing what they saw. They saw Virgil leaving 2 open men, by the way.
Yeah.
Odin, and I think it weren't Savinho, but it was further on that left-hand side. I forgot the other guy's name is, right? But he left 2 wingers open on that side. Robert told him to go back, and Virgil's thinking, no, I want to go back in centre back. Which is understandable. It's his natural position. He wants to be there, and Robert's natural position is at left back. But for the time being, you've got to be solid. You can't be messing around like that. Bernardo Silva had the ball on the outside edge of the box. It was so close to our box, and they wanted to change things. You need to stay in your shape, and Virgil went out of shape, and City cancelled it. And that's what allowed that cross. Look, you can say it was poor positioning from Kanate, I reckon, right? You could have got in front of him a bit more. He could have jumped up a bit earlier, because you know the size of Haaland. Once he gets jumping, you have to be on him and get physical with him and try throw him off balance. Not dirty, but try get your body in front of him or something. But I'm not blaming his full on Kanate. I'm blaming his full on Van Dijk. That was Van Dijk's fault. And you know Van Dijk's my favourite player. He's my favourite player of all time. My era, what I watch football, he's my favourite player of all time, Virgil van Dijk. And I'll defend him. But at this point in time, you have to criticise him, what he does wrong. And I don't know what that was. He left him open. It's such a stupid mistake. Again, that's not on Slot. Some of the goals weren't on Slot. That's what I'm saying. That was captaincy. That was Van Dijk trying to command the back line, but Robert told him to go back because he left the man open. And I'm sorry, not even Usain Bolt in his prime would have got to that ball in time. Not even that. You know, no, you can get Mbappe playing save Van Dijk at the pace of Mbappe, right? He won't even get to that. It's so stupid. Robbo is not getting to that ball in time when the cross is going in. No chance. No chance. It was just a stupid mistake from Van Dijk, and that's what caused the goal. Yes, you can blame Kanate for not reacting a bit earlier. Ball watching. Absolute ball watching for Kanate, which I hate from any player. If you play a match or whatever, when you watch it on telly, you hate seeing ball watching. It's very, very passive and not active defending. But Van Dijk decided to switch positions and allowed that cross to go in.
Yeah, so what we should do now, we're going to go into the player ratings. We'll get into the player ratings. We'll get through this and then we'll move on, and then that's it, man. That'll be the end of the night. Getting a bit late. I need to go out and do some training. It's getting late, man. So get the player line up and then we'll do it. And we'll get it done. And then we'll move on. And we'll move on to the women's football, which I think they're playing tomorrow. Champions League. So I'm going to be covering that. Actually, I can't wait because I actually like watching it. Yeah. On there, I want to do all the reviews, and not the reviews, I do all the watch-alongs. I always get a good community come in and we discuss it. A lot of good fans that will come along on the channel. So let's go. Have you got it on there? I'm going to bring it up. There you go. We got to TOTO Hammer, man. So there you go. There's the player lineup.
Doing start of I thought Mohamed Salah had a okay game. I thought the deflection weren't his fault. And I think the header from Haaland, it was just a poor defensive error. I don't think he did really anything badly wrong. I'll say 6 for Mohamed Salah.
Yeah. I ain't got a problem with that. Mohamed Salah, he played all right. He put 6 out of 10. Gave the penalty away by clipping Doku with his left knee. But he made that penalty stop. And yeah.
That was never a penalty, by the way. No, never.
And that was karma. We're going to talk about the referee as well at the end. What did I say to Toto on WhatsApp yesterday? I said, what's going to happen is, when I done that stupid decision regarding the penalty, I said to you, someone's going to come out the next day and say we made a mistake. Don't care. Don't want your apology. If you're not going to give us the goal back, it don't matter. Don't care. I don't want to hear your stupid apology. They can apologize as much as they want. Still not going to change the fact that you robbed us. I don't care. I don't want to hear the apology. Do your effing job. But he says that the guy from Newcastle fan, what's his name again? The one who was in VAR. He can't referee.
Yeah, he's banned managing our games now.
He's banned for managing our games.
It's a bit late, isn't it? You could have banned him last season.
Don't care. And I told you right that they're gonna come out with something like that the next day, and that's what happened. I'm not interested. Don't want your apology.
I don't get it. How can you let a Newcastle fan, especially with this East saga going on,
know what they're doing?
even more? You let a Newcastle fan managing our games.
It's Man City.
Have a whole point of refereeing is not to be biased. That's why they sometimes have Southampton fans managing Premier League games, or maybe Sunderland fans managing Premier League games. Like, you get a Southampton referee managing our game, it's less likely to be rigged. When you got a Newcastle fan managing our games, maybe some Manchester fans here and there, yeah, City fans maybe managing our games. Well, what do you think's going to happen? You need a neutral ref, and maybe some of the refs are neutral. Maybe they just hate Liverpool. Let's face it, yeah, most of the refs hate Liverpool. The whole VAR team probably hates Liverpool. When I say probably, it's probably a chance they probably hate Liverpool, yeah? It's always these controversies, it's always these games, a controversial decision comes out, or a Pogmore decision comes out. Because you might be thinking, oh, you're just chatting crap on a live stream, but we're right though, because every time after a game, right, every single controversy, what we think is true, it becomes true. Pogmore comes out, referee comes out and apologizes. Too late, game's over. Can't change it now.
Yeah,
unless you're gonna dismiss that game of the scoring them points and then replay it later on in the date. Then yeah, cool. We'll take that. But the thing is, they can do that, but they won't do it. They'll never ever do it. So you can't really change nothing.
Yeah. And as soon as I knew who the manager was, the referee was, and all that, yeah, I knew all the Michael Oliver and all that, the VAR and all that. I knew who was involved. I knew at the beginning of the game, when I knew all the mans was involved, I knew who was going to get screwed. It's always the same in these big controversial games, and make sure to stick it to Liverpool. Then make sure he didn't even go and check it either, not properly. It is what it is. So what we're giving Mohamed Salah for these 6. So let's move on. Who's the next one?
Rob, I'm gonna give 4. I liked his work rate, but
yeah, he failed to close down Nunes, who in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one.
But his work rate was good. Yeah, and that thing, like I said, the interference, it wasn't interference, it was a complete lie. The goal should have stood. Maybe if we would have scored that goal, maybe we might have come back into the game. But I think soon as that got disallowed that goal, I think we fell to pieces.
And Pogmore did a stupid apology because it will never change.
I think we fell to pieces after that, innit?
The players dropped their heads after that. I don't want to use that as an excuse. We just played crap, but
we was never the same after that.
Nah, I don't know what was going on. Slot should have. I don't want to go into detail, man. I just want
to get Slot, you mean?
Go ahead. Slot. When Klopp was there, he was always a different team at halftime. Now we look at the same team. He never changed nothing at halftime or nothing.
Virgil van Dijk's getting a 2 for me. He's getting a 2. I think he's going to get a 1. He was terrible. 1. He was terrible.
Both of them, then.
He was terrible. Kanate 1 as well. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
You react so late to Haaland. You are ball watching. Haaland's 6'5". If he gets in the air,
he was so. Virgil van Dijk was terrible yesterday when he stuck his foot out. What lazy defending that is. When he's taking it, just it's gonna.
Either move out the way or stand head. Either move out the way or stand head onto the ball. He was standing on the side and just tipped it.
Mohamed really would have saved it. By the way, this is deflection what killed it.
Yeah, he should have just stood where he was.
I know. Anyway, let's go ahead.
Bradley, I thought was good. Good game, great tackle.
He was the best out of the defenders at the back.
I think he had Doku on some kind of luck, but Doku.
I'm going to give Bradley a 6.
Doku and Bradley had a great one-on-one. It was very, very entertaining.
Yeah, forget Doku. It was. I said before the game. I said before the game. Even when we played, Madrid and everybody was up, we was up when we played Madrid. But I was always worried about this game because this was where we're going to see where we are in the league, in the packing order. This game was going to determine where we are in the league. Now, if we would have walked over the draw, that would have been a good result for us. The way we're playing, the form that we're in, it would have been a good result. But we never. We got humiliated. We got outplayed, outmuscled, outfought, out everything. So, yeah, Conor Bradley is 6.5. I agree. He's probably the best out of them. Best of a bad bunch, I guess. Let's go on to the midfield. Start with Ryan Gravenberch. For me, was often second best in the ground duels, which is not usually the way it is. Winning just 22% at 2 out of 9 of his attempted challenges. So, he wasn't really good yesterday, Gravenberch. It wasn't really good.
I think
4.
The lack of closing down with Doku's goal. No one closing down. Just letting cut inside like that and have an open shot.
Yeah, he's getting a 4.
I think McAllister.
He's getting the same.
Say the same.
Probably less. Nah, McAllister's probably getting a 3.
Yeah, to be fair, Gravenberch at time did turn the ball really well on the turnover. We won the ball back, and
it's slightly better than Gravenberch. It's slightly better than Max 10, but not much.
I think defensively he was poor. As a CDM, you have to be good at defensively.
This is why we should have brought a CDM. He ain't a CDM. We need a proper. No, not. We need a. No, we need a. We've
only got one CDM, which is Ender.
Yeah, but we need another. But that's what I'm saying. We should have brought a DM to come in to replace Endo because he's not going to play Endo. He's not going to play Endo. We know that Endo's good. We know Endo done a good job last season, but Slot is not going to play Endo. So we should have brought a DM to come in. This is what we need in the midfield. We got no muscle. You get me? There's no muscle in the midfield.
The thing is, what happened to Stefan Bajcetic?
I don't know. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Is he still at Liverpool?
He's still at Liverpool.
So where is he?
Thing is, we've only got...
He's in Ibiza.
Look, the thing is, I know... I know you wanna, of course, buy a DM. I want to buy a DM as well. But at the moment, we've only got one proper DM, and that is Endo. Don't give me about Sub. Oh yeah, you can play there. No, we need someone. Primary position is CDM. We don't want someone who can play there. Anyone can play anywhere. Virgil can play striker, but he's not a striker, is he?
Your dream, by the way.
He's not a natural striker, is he?
You love it. When he goes forward, you love it, man.
Look, Virgil can play striker, but he's not a proper striker.
He played at Celtic, didn't he?
He did, but his natural position.
Remember his card that he had in FIFA? Remember his thingy card? What was it again? Well, it was the FIFA a couple of years ago.
Straight shifter.
Yeah, man, he's a centre back, man. He was a striker, remember?
Look, the thing is, we've only got one proper DM, which is Endo. If you want to bring in another one, bring in Stefan Bajcetic. But again, questions on Slot. Will he do that?
No.
Will he do that? Slot's, you know what? Stefan Bajcetic's been training. He's got stronger. You can see he's got a little bit stronger, right? We need someone to come off the bench if something's not working out. Maybe Stefan Bajcetic can do the job. He's a young player. He's only very, very, very young. Stefan Bajcetic is, I think, 21, 20, something like that. He's wasting his career by not playing. You need to play him. You need to play someone. If McAllister's not playing well, you bring Ender on. If Gravenberch is not playing well, you put Stefan Bajcetic on. You bring on someone that can fill in them roles. I really don't see McAllister and Gravenberch being taken off for a proper DM.
Bomba card!
Never.
No.
We haven't got a proper DM, really.
We need a different. Yeah, we need a DM. There's no muscle in the midfield. Someone who's gonna take it to them, in the midfield. We've got no muscle there, man. None at all. No muscle. Yeah, and I totally agree. We need a DM. We needed a DM. We should have brought a DM, but we never. So McAllister, yeah. So let's move on to Verts. No, stop. Sabo. For me, really as Liverpool struggled to make inroads, he had a few moments in the game. Szoboszlai, he never really launched attacks. I think this is probably his worst game. Szoboszlai. Hopefully, touch wood, it's not a sign of him declining a little bit, because he played a lot of roles in the game. Remember I said that to you? He plays right back, plays midfield. He's everywhere on the pitch. He's like a crazy man, isn't he? He goes everywhere. You get me? He slap puts him everywhere. And hopefully, this is just a blip for him. I'm glad that this has come at the right time as well. No, the international break. Because Sabo looked tired yesterday.
Yeah, Sabo was working.
He looked tired. He looked tired yesterday. And hopefully, that's not... hopefully, you know, that when he comes back, he's revitalized and everything is back.
Sabo...
Go on.
Sabo was working his socks off. He was work rate, tracking back, sometimes creating chances, shooting. If there's no options, he shoots and tries to get something. Oh, we don't deserve his performances, man. We don't deserve his performances. Do you know why we don't deserve his good performances? Because none of the team compensates for it. None of the team compensates for it, man. You know, it's bad. It's bad. We've currently got a crisis going on with Verts as well, but again, we'll get onto it later.
Yeah.
Not like a crisis of his ability. I think a crisis of his where he's supposed to play. With Sabo, I'm going to give 10 to go 7 because I thought it was all right. I'll say 7 for Sabo. I thought it was good.
I was going to give him a 5 or 6 maybe.
Go 6.
I don't think he was that good yesterday. Sabo, he looked tired and understandable what he's been playing in it. You can see when you look at the team now and see his slots him, you know who his favourites are in it. You know who his favourites are. You know what was really baffling to me, and we've already discussed this. That when you're 2 or 3-0 down, you bring on a defender, you don't bring on Isaac. You got the most expensive player in the Premier League history sitting on the bench, a striker that we brought in to change our team. And he's ready to go. He's not injured anymore because if he was injured, he wouldn't have been on the bench. Very simple. Then you're not going to put an injured player on the bench.
You bring off Ekitike, who's our main attacker.
And you bring on a defender.
Gomez.
I just don't understand.
Look,
what was going on there. Why didn't he keep on Ekitike? Yeah? Take off Verts if that's what you want to do. Or take off Salah, whatever, yeah? And bring on Isaac. Salah was not doing nothing in that game, and he stayed on the pitch. Why did he stay on the pitch? Why didn't they bring on? Why didn't they put on? Why didn't they bring on? What's his name?
Yeah,
Cody Gakpo. Put him on the right hand side. Yeah, because I know it's not his name. I know it's not his position, but put him on the right hand side. Yeah. Bring on and put on Ekitike and get Ekitike, move him over to the left because Ekitike can play on the left, right? And then you put on Isaac as the main striker. Why didn't he do that and do that attacking kind of formation? Why? I just don't understand why he didn't do it, Toto. But he continues to keep Salah. That is starting to pee me off, you know.
I think
this Salah thing is starting to pee me off.
I think he's taking Kiesa's saying for granted because remember when he said, "Look, even if I play 5 or 10 minutes, I want to do."
Sorry. Take off Salah, put on Chiesa.
Yeah.
There you go. Put Isaac on and put when they keep Cody Gakpo on there, whatever. Put Ekitike on the left. Don't put on Cody Gakpo and bring on Isaac as the 9. That's what you should have done yesterday. Did you see them pictures of Isaac when he was just sitting there?
Yeah,
shaking his head, just like you could actually read him. You could actually read him like to say, "What's this guy doing, bro? I'm here. I'm the guy who you paid for. I'm the guy who could probably change the game." You get me?
You think he don't want to come on and change it? He wants to come on and change the game.
He wants to come on. You can see, of course, he's not going to sit there and go, "Oh, don't pick me." Against Man City, we're playing with Liverpool. We're playing Man City.
No, for a fact, Newcastle will put him on. Guaranteed.
Why didn't you bring on Ungamoa? Take the chance you're losing anyway. Bring on Rio Ungamoa, put him on the left-hand side, see what he could do. We was losing anyway. So why don't you just do it?
I don't want a stubborn manager, man. I'm getting bad feelings about this. He's being a stubborn manager. Of course, I'm backing. You know.
You know what I'm saying, Toto? Okay, enough. If I was a manager now, yeah, and it's 25 minutes to go, we're losing, yeah, we're getting our arse handed to us. Right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm taking Salah off because he's not impacting the game at all. Bring on Chiesa. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right. So you got Verts. You want to take off Verts off the left? Fine. Put Ekitika on the left, Isak in the 9. What about that one? Well, there you go. Perfect. So why does he keep bringing on why does he keep taking off an attacker and bringing on a defender? It is what it is. Let's move. What are you giving Verts?
I'll say 5. I thought created some chances. Of course, to the people say they haven't created chances, then what game they're watching. Verts, with all due respect.
It was floating a couple. I might give him a 6.
It was all right. I thought he created some chances. He won a lot of fouls. City had to drag him down, literally drag him down, pull him by the shirt.
Yeah,
played dirty against him because he got past them both.
Yeah.
On the counter. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Yes, he won fouls, and not many of them fouls come to many use, but still won fouls, and still, you got to think of his overall performance.
You know what makes me laugh? Everybody's criticising Verts, but I can't wait for the day where he starts clicking. Gets a bit, but he needs to get more physical. Well, he's only a young kid. He's learning to the new environment of England. New league, the most physical league in the world, the best league in the world. Not just for the physicality, it is the best league in the world. That's why there's 8 points between where Liverpool are. They're 8 points off relegation and 8 points off the top. That's how close the league is. The league this year is very competitive. He's coming to the most physical league in the world. He's young. He's got to learn he's coming to a new country. You get me? Everything's new for him. So he has to learn the way. He's noticed when you see him in the Champions League, he seems more at home in it, more slow tempo football. But what's going to happen is Verts will cook eventually. It will click. And I think he's going to click next season. I think this season is the learning experience where he's going to get physical and that, yeah. He's got, when you just got to learn.
Verts addressed that, saying, look, we know I'm not the Premier League physical, but I'm getting better every time.
Yeah, and next season, that'd be his season. I think towards the back end of this season, you're going to start seeing the good Verts. But, over the summer break, he's going to get in that gym. He's going to get more. He has to put a bit more weight on. Yeah, he has to get do more of his core strength work. Yeah, and next season he's going to come into next season and he's going to kill it. Look what happened to Sabo. Sabo last season was absolutely horrendous. When he knew that Verts was coming, he thought, "Nah, you ain't taking my spot, bro." So you know what Sabo did? He got in the gym, worked out. He was on his Instagram training, doing his thing, and look at Sabo now. Verts can do that.
It's like Curtis. It's like Curtis Jones,
Yeah. See, Curtis Jones did it as well.
Yeah.
He trained over the summer, got better. Look how good he is now.
But
this will happen. Verts is young.
Not playing him.
Exactly, and he's been one of our best midfielders this season.
We should have. Look, I don't want to be up and down with my thoughts. I said last game, McAllister now should be the starter because he was in good form. So if someone's in good form, you got to carry on. But at the end of the day, majority of McAllister's games are on bad form. Of course, McAllister's had a brilliant game. Brilliant game.
He's had one good game this season.
But the rest of the games, he's been playing pants, and I don't think he don't warrant the start, especially the Palace game as well.
Yeah.
I was there, and you was there as well. There was no movement in McAllister. There was nothing. There's influential attack. I've been saying this all season about the influence in attack. There was nothing there, and why ain't Jones being put on for that solidarity in the midfield? And at least Jones is willing to pick up the ball. He wants to. See if Curtis Jones. What I respect him for is that he don't care if it's a tight area. He still wants to receive that ball and try to do something with it.
Yeah.
And majority of the times he can become successful, right? But again, he won't play him. It's these stuff like this that you got Salah who's lazy, all right? You got Chiesa there. You don't know where to put Verts, all right? Play Gakpo there. McAllister's playing bad, all right? You got options. You've got Curtis Jones or Endo. Of course, Curtis Jones is not a proper DM, which I think Jones better more than 8, right? We've only got one proper DM. But again, he can play there. And I also did say in this video, I don't want players who can also play there. But we do know that Slot don't like playing Endo. I didn't even see Endo play a minute of football this season. So from Slot's eyes, he's more eyes on Jones compared to Endo. So play Jones more, man. Play Chiesa more. We're bad that we're missing Leone as well. Leone, he was a big miss for us. So if Canate is playing bad, we got Leone there.
Yeah. Yeah.
because we don't even know if he's going to start Gomez or not
Yeah,
because of injuries. But
Fair
it
enough,
is what it is.
It is what it is. So what we're saying, what we're on now, Bert? Yeah, we're on Ekatike. What you said about Ekatike?
One of his ghostly games.
He was terrible. I'm going to give him a 2.
There was no threat to attack. There was no creating chances. It's that 9 roll. So yeah, it's 2.
2. Now let's move on to the subs now.
We still got Salah.
Gone over an hour. This is Salah. He's getting a 0. He's getting. I'm gonna make one a basement, man. He'll be in the basement. The lowest of the low. So let's go to the Gap Bowl subs. Go for them quickly, just over an hour. Remember, guys, this is going on audio podcast as well. I'm gonna put 3 on today. I'll get my laptop out and start doing some audio. I'm gonna do that tonight. Put about 3 podcasts on there. So the subs, Cody Gakpo introduced early in the second half. He should have converted one of the Bradley's dangerous crosses, but the forward completely missed the target, which I was absolutely, I was so angry when he missed that. So I'm gonna give Cody Gakpo a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Milas Kerkez, 5 out of 10. No, I'm gonna give him 4 out of 10. Second half substitute, the fullback found it difficult to make an impact. So I'm gonna give him 2 out of 10 for Kerkez. A sub what did make sense. Curtis Jones coming on, we just talked about him. Replacing McAllister in the second half, the midfielder was neat and tidy like he always is. Liverpool pushed for a consolation and it nearly happened, but Curtis Jones absolutely came on. He was a champ. I'm going to give him 6 out of 10. Slut should have brought him on a lot sooner, my opinion. A lot sooner. And you know what's frustrating for me, Toto? You know when I see these mans play for Liverpool, and that goes for every one of them, including BBD and all that, yeah? They don't seem like they want to play.
None of
them.
them.
And it seems like they're tired after 20 minutes into the game.
The only 3 that want to play is Robbo, Sobbo, and Bradley. I've always said this.
Yeah.
Not always said it, I'm not going to lie, but I've just said it in this video that I think Robbo, Sobazala, and Bradley are the ones that proper want to play for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah as well. Got to go a bit to Mohamed Salah. Ekatike at times. But that's it for me, really. Virtue can see he's trying, but
yeah,
not really clicking at the moment.
I just thought I love Amprab, man. Amprab should come on the channel sometime. I want Amprab on the channel, man.
Yeah, man.
It's so funny. Yeah, so who else is there? What you giving Chiesa? Can't really do it. Come on too late. Gomez brought on again. Too late. Arnie Slot for me, the manager could only watch on the sideline and struggled in the opening 45 minutes, which ultimately decided the game. For me, Arnie Slot in the first half, when our midfield looked overrun, we got overrun in midfield, and he sat there and done nothing. He sat there and done nothing. He just sat there and done absolutely nothing. He was struggling. It's like he ran out of ideas. He didn't know what he was doing. He's like it was out of his depth. I don't think it's out of his depth. In this game, it was though, and he seems like he was rattled. And that's becoming a repeated occurrence for me, Arnie Slot. When we're losing, which is becoming more regular now, it seems like he runs out of ideas and just randomly puts on anyone off the sub bench. He always leaves out the ones that he should bring on, but he just does random subs. You get me? So for me, Arnie Slot's getting a 0. He was absolutely horrendous yesterday. Absolutely horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah.
Getting a 0, man.
That's it is.
Had the manager on there, you can't have his big head in it. You look for a big head slot. Try and find a slot. Can you get a circle head of slot?
I don't think you can rate a manager on there other than.
Can't you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, so Arnie Slot's getting a 0. So that's the end of the player ratings, Toto. Thanks for setting it up again. You're a champ, bro. So that's it. Anything you want to say before we head off? I need to go out and do the thing now.
So another short coming up tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. What for? What you do there? I thought you did it yesterday.
For this video.
Nah, okay. I thought you did it yesterday too.
No, I did one for short clip from the membership, so I'm doing a short clip for this one.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna go out and do the training now. I need to go and train. Gonna get my laps in. Yeah, and that's it, man. I head off. Thanks for everybody He joined us today. We had a few people come in. I saw loads of people come in, but there was only 2 likes. So it is what it is. It's very simple. It's a like, and that's it. It's a simple like. That's all it is. I know who you are. Anyway, Toto, that's it then. It's over. Final whistle. International break. But we don't rest on this channel. Tomorrow, got Champions League games coming up. We've got the Real Madrid game going to be playing. I think I might cover the Chelsea one. So Chelsea's playing the Champions League tomorrow. I'll be covering that tomorrow on the channel. Wednesday, Barcelona's playing. My team, the women's Barcelona team, will be playing on Wednesday. I'll be doing that watch along as well. So there's going to be videos still through the international break. Plus on the weekend, I'll be covering the Barcelona women's game and Liverpool women's game as well. So there's going to be football all for the next 2 weeks on this channel. Loads of Champions League women's and Liga F and WSL. So this channel is just going to be normal as possible. No Formula One this week, but we will be doing a Formula One video this week sometime. We're going to try and find a date to cover that this week after what happened at the Brazilian Grand Prix, which was absolutely amazing. It looks like Lando Norris is going to become a world champion, and I'm very happy for him. He stayed focused, and he deserves everything what's coming to him. And it's another Brit winning the title in the Formula One calendar. More Brits in the history of Formula One has won this Formula One by far, and I'm so happy for Lando. Came into Formula One, stuck with McLaren, loyal to McLaren, and he'll always stay with McLaren. And in the end, he's going to get the world title, man. And he's good for him. Toto?
Yeah. Maybe what can I say? Liverpool in a shambles, aren't they?
I was on about Formula One. I was saying that Lando.
Yeah, it was a great weekend for
getting a world champion, man. I'm happy for him.
Hopefully he can stick it through now. You know, he's got a 26-point gap. Verstappen's got a 46-point gap, so there's no way he's going to come back. He even said it himself. But Lando's for the taking now, so you've got to stick it out, keep getting podiums, keep getting consistent points, and he'll do it. I'll be happy for him, man.
So breaking news. Is it breaking news just coming in? This is from Paul Joyce. This is from Paul Joyce. We'll just put it up on the screen. Paul Joyce. This is coming from Paul Joyce. Let's see if I can put it on the finger. Put it down here. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I got it now. Because I didn't want the scrolling one, you see. I wanted this one. So the news from what? How do you make it still? Can you make it still?
No, it has to be scrolling if it's too long.
Oh. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. So Arne Slot's new contract has been stalled. We know that Arne Slot's new contract was stalled with Liverpool recent weeks. That the Dutch manager seeks a salary of 300,000 per week.
I don't even think
he should. Get that.
I don't even think he should be even looking for a salary. I think he should be looking for results on the football pitch instead of a salary. You know, he should be caring more on the performances and of how we're losing games. Threw away a Carabao Cup. We're now 8th in the table, 8 points for relegation, 8 points from the top. You know, it's embarrassing. We've lost more games this year than we did last season.
Also, more news is Federico Chiesa has rejected the call to join the Italian national team. Fair play to him. He wants to prolong his career. What does he want to go and play for his country for? He wants to prolong his career. And maybe he wants to dedicate himself to Liverpool. I don't know, which I wouldn't if I was him. Big up to Patrick Berger. Happy birthday to Patrick Berger, Liverpool player. Played him back in the day. Happy birthday, Patrick Berger. Forever Reds. And there was another news that comes out. Isak is not playing for his country as well. He said it's something to do with his groin. I don't think there's anything wrong with his groin. He wants to be ready when pre-season comes back. That's what I think. A lot of players used to do that back in the day. Used to play for Fergie. Fergie used to bring him in and say, "Look, don't forget England. Just pull the sickie." You get me? It happened with Pep as well. Pep Guardiola with some of his team as well. You know, at Man City, when it comes to international break, he'd say, say that you're injured. You know, one of them ones. Say that you're injured. Say so you don't have to go. You know, especially when they were going for the title and they didn't want to get none of their key players to get injured, like De Bruyne and someone like that. you to pull him and say, pretend that you're sick and that, you know what I mean? So don't go on the international break in case you get injured. And I think this is the situation we're in now. Isak, it hasn't got no groin problem because he could have played yesterday. He was on the bench ready to play. And all of a sudden now he's not going to go and play for his international team because of his groin. What do you think about that, Toto? I think he's horse crap. I don't think there's anything wrong with him.
No, I think he's fine. I think the international break is a great time for him to rest up, basically, and not play any more football that he doesn't need to play. Of course, it's an honour playing for your country, but sometimes some players can choose the club first over country. But I think generally they're playing the rest of the whole, so it'll be great for him.
Also, as well, breaking news: Liverpool consider that Ibra Konate has lost. The player has chosen. This is from Madrid Zone, which is probably ball crap anyway. The player has chosen caution route towards Real Madrid, like Trent, and that's it, man. That's it. So Liverpool have contacted PGML to raise significant concerns about Virgil van Dijk's disallowed goal against Manchester City. They believe that mistake was made. I don't care about all this crap. If he should have rectified it at the time, it's too late now. So all this complaining, I'm not interested. We didn't get it. They disallowed it. That's it. The referee should just make sure he don't never ever referees our games ever again. That's it. All this about making complaints. Too late now. Too late. They knew what they was doing, and that's it. So that's it. So it says as well. This is from Fabrizio Romano. This is from 3 hours ago. Liverpool still view Arne Slot as the right man to take Liverpool forward. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And we're going to leave it there. So big up to everyone, big up to the man them, big up to the woman them. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you later, guys. Big up to you and big up to the man them. Bye. Bye.